Hi guys, it's Willow, and today I thought I was going to film a ghost makeup tutorial for you all, and I would talk about my times going to famous haunted places slash a ghost tour I went on. To start off, I'm going to be doing something I found online because I don't have like white makeup for Halloween, and the stuff you get at Walmart tends to like smear on me at least, or I don't know how to use it right. Either way. I was gonna mix non-toxic acrylic paint with my foundation, which I don't suggest any of you do. Please God, don't do it. I'm dumb, so that's the only reason why I'm doing it. And I did test it out a little bit on the back of my hand, and it seemed to be okay. It didn't irritate my skin or anything. So, we're all about exploring the unknown here. I'll just jump right into it for you. So 0 out of 10, would not recommend. Gonna wash this off my face, and instead I'm going to try to do a cream eyeshadow base on my face instead. Now that we've exchanged one disaster for one that's slightly less blotchy, we shall continue. I'm using a big mirror today. I'm going to use a dark black color for my cheekbones outlines, and then I'm gonna blend it out so it looks more like a sunken in shadow. We'll see how this goes. And I'm kind of outlining like you would do a skull, I think. So, while we're butchering our face into some kind of strange monstrosity, I will tell you about the time I went to Atchison, Kansas on a haunted bus tour ride. And if you guys aren't very much into the paranormal, you probably have still heard of the Sallie house. The Sallie house is actually in Kansas, and it's one of the big haunted locations you hear about a lot. And I got to see that on my tour. We didn't get to go inside or anything, but we did see the actual house from outside. And we're going with this black eyeshadow where our normal contour lines are, and we're hecka blending it out. And the Sallie house is famous for having a little girl ghost that moves things around. Some of the strongest like paranormal evidence caught on film was from the Sallie house, and it's supposed to be haunted by a little girl named Sallie, of course. And the basement is supposed to have like a vortex to hell or something, like a vortex in it, like not good things come out of it. And we're gonna put a little on our temple right here too. Okay, why not? The story goes that this little girl had appendicitis, and her mother rushed her to the local doctor, who recognized that it was appendicitis and freaked out and was like, we gotta get that out of her right now. He didn't even wait for the anesthetics to kick in, so she wasn't even numb yet, and he started cutting her open. Died on the operating room table, and her last memories were being cut open by a stranger. So, not a pleasant way to go, especially for a little girl. I think she was 6 or something at the time, which is a really dark story. And supposedly she has scratched people, pushed people, just all kinds of things, but she doesn't attack women and babies. Or maybe it was just that mother she didn't attack. I'm not sure. And it doesn't really look like you would expect like a haunted house, like especially one that's supposed to be like one of the most haunted houses in the whole wide world to look like from the outside. It just kind of looks like an old house. Add a little bit of blush, because why not? We're gonna add this liquid silver highlighter that I have. We're gonna put that on the top part of our cheekbones. The ghost tour was cool. We got to get out at one point, but I don't remember what the house was where we got to get out. But most of it was just inside the bus because a lot of the houses are owned. Atchison is supposed to be a really very haunted city, which I had known about the Sallie house, but I hadn't known that it was in Kansas until we went. Alright, and I've put my cool lace thing back on. Sallie house was pretty cool, didn't get to get out. Now I'm going to start on my eyes, and I'm going to do a dark purple around the entire part of my eye, so even underneath my eyes, and I'm going to rub it out pretty low, and then I'm going to go over that with a smaller sort of ring of black. First we're going to take a gray eyeshadow and do our eyebrows like we would do with a pencil. Okay, now we're going to go around our whole eyeball with the purple. If you live anywhere near Atchison, I would go on one of those tours, especially now that it's Halloween season. I'm sure they have lots of them. Well worth the money. And I went with, I was in high school and I went with a friend and her parents, so I didn't actually have to pay for anything. But it was really entertaining. And we're blending that out pretty good. But you see how it kind of looks like a dark circle almost? Because I'm following the shape of my real dark circles and blending it out. Alright. Now time for the black. Another place I've been to is called Stull Cemetery, and it is supposed to contain a gateway to hell. And I've heard rumors that the Pope won't fly over Kansas because of Stull, Kansas. It's this cemetery that had a church that was burned down, and supposedly Satanists took over and held like black mass there. If you can find where the church ruins are, then supposedly there is a staircase inside of it that never ends. You keep going down and down and down, and there's no bottom. Which to me kind of sounds like a run-of-the-mill type ghost story, with, you know, the Satanists being there and that kind of stuff. But I did get pretty harsh vibes from it when I went. I didn't get out of the car. My friend wanted to, and I think she went a different time without me, and they did get out. But they couldn't find the ruins, and I never got out of the car. It is like gated off and locked, so it would be technically trespassing if you did go. But obviously the rumors spread around if they have to, you know, keep it locked like that. I guess a lot of people probably go there. Okay, and now we're going to do another dramatic eyeliner look where we go on the bottom tear line and smudge it out, and probably the corner of our line, and also do a winged eyeliner. And I don't really plan these out too much other than the general idea. So when they turn out crappy like this, that's why. And by the way guys, the reason I don't plan it out is not because I don't care what I do. It's because I want to be more genuine. I don't want to be like scripted, where it's like someone's telling you this story and it's supposed to be feeling this way or that way, and you can tell they're like faking it, or that they've written it down and memorized what they were going to say. And we are just going to bring our line up so that it's pretty close to the lash line, and then draw it pretty much straight like that, and then connect the corner of our eye upward. Okay, so I've messed up my hair a little bit to make it look more like a crazed ghost. I don't know. And I'm about to apply mascara, which my technique, I like to put it on the back of my eyelashes and then the front. It usually helps it be a little bit more coated that way. But while my friend and I sat outside of the Stull Cemetery, getting ourselves psyched up and scared, we saw this weird black shadowy shape, and it was behind certain tombstones, and we would stare at it and we'd be like, it looks like it's just like moving, and by moving I mean like kind of like waving almost. And I was like, maybe it's like a bush or something, but every time we looked away, we'd look back and it would seem closer. So I started watching landmarks next to it, like tombstones and things. And whenever we thought it was getting closer, it would all of a sudden be in front of a closer tombstone. So that was a little creepy. I'm still not terribly sure about Stull. Okay, and now we're going to make it look like we've been crying for whatever has caused us to die. I'd like to imagine a corpse bride type scenario. And for that, I'm going to use my liquid eyeliner and I'm going to draw sort of wavy trails down my face, ending with a slightly larger bulb because that's how tears track down your face. I'm kind of trying to follow the contours of my face, like the divot I have where my dark circles are, or like the shape of my cheekbone, because it looks a little bit more like how water would fall. Alright. And then for our lips, I'm going to do a dark red. I was going to have some like black goo come out. And I'm using my liquid matte lipstick that I used in another video. That's a very dark red for my lip. And honestly, I don't like this lipstick too much because it smells very chemically. It doesn't stay on your face very well. But for all intents and purposes, it will work today. And to make it look like the black sort of spilling out of my mouth, I'm going to take it from the inside of my bottom lip and run it down that way. And then the corner of our mouth too. And if you're so inclined, you can add little like red blotches or like stitches or something, or whatever it is you feel like doing for this look. I'm sorry my stories were kind of lame today. I promise I'll have some better stories next time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this look. I always enjoy doing it for you. Spooky, isn't it? I think I did a pretty good job. I hope you guys all subscribe and like or comment with any suggestions or anything cool you think you could also do with this look. I always enjoy making this for you guys, and I hope that you guys tune in next time to see what I come up with next. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.